Hi, Collective. It's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and today I am setting up something a little different for you. I have messages from your spirit guides, your ancestors, ascended masters, whoever it is that you resonate with. I'm doing a pick a pile today. So within this, we'll have some advice and some messages from your loved ones or whoever it is that you're looking to have messages from today. So focus on one of the piles. I have receive. That is the first option there, receive. And then the next one we have is calm. And we have intuition. And observe. So go ahead and take a moment and focus on whichever pile resonates with you. And we will jump into the pile. I'll try to leave the timestamps down in the description so that you can jump to whichever pile it is that you're resonating with. All right, I'll see you in your pile. Okay, so for those of you who chose the first one, which is receive, this is your pile. So we're going to start with the top ones and then get into the messages from spirit or your guides. So we have receive, and then this says to cocoon, to protect your sensitive system. Snuggle into a cozy, calm vibe. Court gentle or soft energy. People, books, movies, music, places, conversations, and experiences now. Create a buffer between yourself and stress or drama, even in your own thoughts. Cocoon to protect your sensitive nervous and psychic systems, and your intuition will sprout wings and soar. So, what I gathered with this pile is you guys really need a hug. You just need a big, soft, warm, loving embrace. You are in desperate need of that. And this is just telling you to create it yourself if you can't get a hug, because, a hug is very healing. But what you can do in the meantime is, again, just kind of get into a cozy, calm vibe and do something that brings you that coziness, whether for you it is books, movies, music, places. Maybe there are certain people that you know of that just give you that cozy vibe. So maybe go over to their house and hang for a little bit. So let's read into this cozy vibe, and you are ready to receive it. Out of all the cards in this deck, the cocoon card most relates to needing a break from stress and drama. Just being human and in a world every day involves some amount of stress or drama. However, this card is asking you to lower the stress and drama in your life in a measurable way. Cocooning might look like avoiding extra stress and drama for a few hours, like snuggling up with your favorite comforting movie or a feel-good nonfiction book. Practice quieting your mind to lessen stressful and dramatic thoughts. Taking a full break from everything, immersing yourself in gentle energy is ideal. You can also simply cocoon from one issue in your life that's causing a lot of stress and drama, like putting off a tough conversation that can wait. Taking a break from online pregnancy message boards when you're trying to conceive, or avoiding home listings that only remind you that you don't yet have enough for a down payment. Stay on top of stressful or dramatic issues that need your attention, yet expose yourself to gentle, soft energy as much as possible now, and make interactions with others as gentle and nurturing as possible. The dramatic and stressful situation you're navigating will change and transform you. Just like the caterpillar, spin a cocoon for protection, allowing your new self to be born. So these are action steps that you can take. Use gentle, soft energy to create a much-needed buffer zone from stress and drama. Mindfully cocoon to take your sensitive nervous system off red alert, which might lessen your fight, flight, or freeze response. Cocooning can help you think more clearly about a situation after having a break from it, offering your intuition a protective layer so that it can expand safely. Practice holding stressful and dramatic people, situations, and thoughts at a safe distance for some part of each day. This card can indicate that a stressful or dramatic situation may not be as bad as you fear. If that's what's happening is absolutely devastating. Cocooning is some of the healing medicine your sensitive psychic system is craving now to protect from the harsher experiences of human life. Don't avoid responsibilities, as this could only increase stress and drama. Good judgment will be easier to intuitively connect with after cocooning. Your intuition needs cocoon time right now to fly you to new heights of insight. All right. So that's basically like what I said. You guys all need a hug. It can be really tough living your life with stress everywhere, you know? And I mean, some people just have that. They just have a lot of stress in their life, whether they choose it or, it chooses them. Some people have stress for various reasons. So this is just kind of a reminder to take some time in the day, even if it is 5 minutes in the day, for yourself and to cocoon from whatever it is that's causing you the stress. Okay. So they're basically saying you don't have to do it for everything, like block out the entire world. No, if it's just one situation causing you stress, you can cocoon from that. I know that it's kind of a mental thing, but my mom actually told me something really interesting, and I feel like this applies. So, if you do have some sort of situation that you may constantly be confronted with, in her case, it was her boss. Her boss always grabs her as she's trying to walk out the door and keeps her there for long amounts of time, like an energy vampire. And what she does is she kind of uses her hands to like put up a block like this so that whatever blah is dumping out of the boss's mouth and onto her, now you're not absorbing that negative energy. You're blocking it and basically sending it back to the person. Like, I don't want your negative energy. So, again, just something to consider. All right, let's jump into the receive card. So, the qualities that go along with this card are allowing, recalling, accepting, perceiving, and trusting. The lunar power is the absence of light when the moon is dark or new, can feel unsettling. But if you embrace, accept, and pause a while in the darkness, as this dream ritual encourages you to do, you can discover a whole new world of hidden potential and untapped creativity within you. So I like that too, because that is the idea of a cocoon. In a cocoon, you are basically rebirthing a new you. A caterpillar goes in one way, turns into mush, and then re-emerges as a butterfly. So you have to turn to mush before you can be a beautiful butterfly. So I like that we're being open to receiving this and being okay with going into the darkness. And that is to discover the whole new world. So as you wake up, you can keep your eyes closed and stay in the same position for at least 90 seconds. As you lay there, allow your mind to wander where it will. Revisit your dreams. Ask for dream memories to show themselves to you. Receive and accept the wisdom of your night visions with gratitude. Perceive whatever images, thoughts, symbols, and feelings and impressions surface. Simply let them come to life and dance for you behind your eyes. So this is for dream recall. So maybe in your cocoon phase, maybe it could be a sleep phase too. So this is just kind of going into how we can remember our dreams. The ideal time for clear dream recall is the first few minutes just as you awake, when you're in the delicious twilight stage between sleeping and waking. Your brain is still in a relaxed theta brain state. Theta brain waves are highly impressionable, flowing, intuitive, and creative, and therefore optimal not just for recalling dreams, but also for reprogramming your mind with good vibes. In essence, these first few moments are truly sacred opportunities for your dream work. They also set the right tone for the rest of your day. Make them count by intentionally infusing your mind, heart, and soul with feelings of calm acceptance and gratitude for whatever wisdom your night visions want to ignite within you. Keeping still first thing is important because any physical movement is a signal to your conscious mind that it is time to wake up and move you out of theta and into a more alert and logical brain state of alpha. and beta, which are not so conductive to dream recall. That's why it is always best to wake up naturally before any alarm goes off. Any activity or loud noise pushes your dreams into the background where they may be forgotten. Every time you blink, your brain redirects too. So try not to blink or yawn for at least a minute when you wake either. Keeping your eyes closed tricks your mind into thinking that you're still adventuring in the land of your dreams. Just keep calm for a little while longer. Carry on dreaming with your eyes wide shut. Even if you don't recall any dreams first thing, this doesn't mean you haven't dreamt. Brain scans show that we dream at least 5 or 6 times each night. We just aren't recalling them. So don't get frustrated if nothing surfaces in those first few waking minutes. Simply trust that your dreaming mind has been working diligently on your behalf while you were sleeping. When you are ready to recall your dreams, will find you. Sometimes recalling a previous dream may encourage your latest dream to surface as it connects you to your dreaming mind. Recall is also highly likely in the first 30 minutes after waking, so don't be surprised as you go about your morning routine if dream images, impressions suddenly pop into your mind, and when those dream memories visit you, welcome and delight in them. So with that, I also would run to my journal. So I am a big dream journaler because I do like to sort of analyze, symbology and things of that nature. Sometimes it's not a symbol, it is a literal spirit guide showing up in your dream to give you an actual message in English that you understand. I'm saying that sarcastically because there's just been times where I think we've all experienced this where you feel like you're not connecting to your guide, and whatever message it is that is trying to come through is muddy or not in a language you can understand. So it's something, honestly, to get a direct message in your dream from a guide. It's like, okay, I get it. Thank you so much. All right. So speaking of messages from your guides, let's get into those. So the first one is slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way to you in divine timing. I love that. All right. And that could have to do with the slowing down and getting into the cozy, phase, the cocooning, because if you're out running around, rushing, in anxiety, stress, energy, this is your message to slow down. I was going to say, slow the F down. Like, it reminded me of somebody riding their bike too fast and an old person sitting on their porch, like, slow down, you're going to hurt somebody. All right. Anyways, sorry. Go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety. Acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of confidence. All right, that's beautiful too. And then we have your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Okay. That is beautiful energy. Let's get, this is the Art of War. I just want to see if we can get maybe a closing message for this pile. Okay. Sun Tzu says, if in the midst of difficulties we are always ready to seize an advantage, we may extricate ourselves from misfortune. All right. So before I even flip this over and read the back, I'm seeing that taking that time out is part of your regime. And it is putting you at an advantage because so many people out there aren't doing that and they're already burnt out. And so by taking the rest and them not doing it, you're at an advantage. Embracing change. Change is inevitable, but many are scared of it. Major life events, leaving home, quitting a job, splitting up with a partner, marriage or divorce are stressful. Prepare for the worst, but taking the right risks at the right time will ensure that you get through it. The best way to prepare for change is to be the one driving. There you have it. Drive your own vehicle of your own life. Okay. So that's all I have for you for this pile. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, check out one of the other piles, or I'll see you in a different reading. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye. Okay, second pile. If you chose this card, Calm, this is your reading. All right. So let's go in and read this one. So it's number 50, and it says, Go within for guidance. Others are not privy to your soul's plans and purposes for this lifetime, which are revealed incrementally. Soul contracts you have with individuals, companies, groups, and places are highly personal. It's always smart to seek expert outside counsel, yet integrate that with your sixth sense perceptions and lived experience wisdom. Sorry if you hear my cat. I think she just woke up from a nap. Okay, so this one is one of the hardest lessons in life is learning to integrate the valuable opinions of others with your intuitive instincts and lived experience knowledge. This card is asking you to do just that. You may have to go against other people's wishes to follow your gut, because going within for guidance can sometimes mean going against the grain. Or you may have to marry many perspectives and emerge with a strategic plan that takes into account your past history, your intuitive insight, and the advice of trusted counselors. I try to empower all clients who come to me for intuitive readings by reminding them that I definitely don't have all the answers. Hopefully, I can provide a few key pieces of the puzzle, but all guidance I share must be integrated by the client after this session. Bring more of yourself to the table now as you draft plans. Just like a leader has many informed advisors, you must also consult others. Yet, like a leader, you must let the final decisions rest with you. There might be a new soul contract appearing in your life, and you are the best person to discern its meaning now. Find safe and healthy ways to follow your gut. And these are some action steps. Interpret others' opinions by discerning how they may and may not be applicable to your unique life. Loved ones can sometimes give advice based solely on their experience, which may only be helpful to a degree. If you're having trouble making a decision, increase your self-care and check out more support. Often, when we're less stressed and overwhelmed, we're able to think more clearly and act with more confidence. Take your time weighing options and making final decisions if possible, staying flexible enough to course correct. Take a nature walk in a safe locale, soak in the tub, use an intuitive tool like oracle cards, or do anything else that helps you connect your intuition. Seek out expert counsel, and where possible and appropriate, work with experts to modify protocols and plans to suit your needs. Build up your resilience and courage to go against the grain by saying no or doing things on your own style when the stakes are small. This will increase your ability to be independent and follow your inner authority when the stakes are bigger. Okay, that's beautiful energy there. So it's basically telling you to trust your gut, and that, there may be times when that may be against the grain. Your life path is different than everybody else's. All right, let's read about calm. These are not in alphabetical order, so I'm just kind of skimming through. There we go. All right, so the qualities of this card are patience, quiet, peace, serenity, and unity. The lunar power is the waning period. When the moon retreats gracefully into darkness and rest, it is a particularly beneficial time to take a step back from your own busy life and daily routines to focus on your state of mind before bed and how it directly influences the quality of your sleep and your dreams. Pondering the meaning of a dream over a cup of herbal tea is one of the simplest but most comforting and calming ways to do that. That's beautiful. So if anybody enjoys tea, that might be something to do at nighttime, just before bed, kind of a calming ritual. Okay, so this is herbal dreams. So before sleeping, boil some water and prepare a mug of mugwort or herbal tea with calming properties such as chamomile. When the tea is brewed, set beside the window so that you see the moon and night sky. If you can't see the moon, imagine her shining down and smiling on you. Then, as you drink your tea, say out loud in your mind several times, I am calm and positive, and my dreams are beautiful and full of inspiration. As you do so, think of all things about yourself and your life and dreaming that you love. When you have finished your tea, thank the moon and your dreaming mind for their illumination. Tell yourself that you are going to sleep well and recall wonderful dreams on waking. Retire to bed knowing that you will have a wonderful sleep and vivid dreams. There are several herbs recommended for dream power, but leading the way among them is mugwort. The main benefit of mugwort are its proven ability to improve digestion, ease anxiety and depression, detoxify the body, boost immunity, and best of all, promote dream recall. Mugwort is considered safe to take in moderation as long as you are not pregnant, on medication, or suffer from allergic reactions. But it's always best to check with your doctor before taking herbal remedies. You can make mugwort tea simply by adding a couple of teaspoons of dried mugwort to a cup of boiling water and steeping it for 5 to 10 minutes. You can add a little honey if desired to sweeten the taste. Mugwort has been used for centuries in a number of different cultures for its medicinal benefits, which are likely due to the presence of antioxidants and various essential vitamins, including dream-friendly B vitamins. Indeed, mugwort is known for its visionary properties and ability to stimulate vivid dreams. It is also believed to help boost dream recall significantly and potentially trigger lucid dreaming. Mugwort is the most abundant dream-inducing herb but can experiment with others. As long as you do so safely and research the potential side effects. Chamomile is known for its calming properties, and the calmer you are before sleep, the more likely you are to have happy dreams. Other dream herbs well worth checking out are Calia zacatecati, also known as the Mexican dream herb, Saline capensis, also known as Zosa, dream root, and Nymphea caerulea, also known as blue lotus. Again, it is important to get medical advice before consuming any of these herbs. Okay, great information there. I also have lights that dim at a certain time of the evening, and that kind of is just a mental note to my brain. It's time to start shutting down, you know? I might still be on my phone, I might not, but at least the lights are dim now. And so my mind just goes to that place of it is now nighttime ritual. All right. So let's get some messages here. Spirit messages. It is time to hit the reset button. Clear out the old so that the room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome to this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. All right. So somebody's definitely breaking out of some old way of doing things and, you know, having a brand new start with something. I don't know if this is relationships, a job. I mean, it does say that there are so many ways that this could go like that. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything that you have achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. I think that's beautiful. You're so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. Did somebody need a confirmation? Because literally everything here is saying it's happening for you. This is a beautiful pile here. Let's get a piece of advice for the art of war. Let's just get one last piece of advice for this pile. Okay. Sun Tzu said, "Let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness be that of the forest. Be like fire, in immovability like a mountain. Be strong and hold steady. When a close relationship like a marriage goes wrong, the resulting breakup is never easy. But as soon as you are ready, move quickly, stop feeling sorry for yourself, and lay everything on the table. Keep your counsel and don't be rattled by bullshit tactics. The quicker you get it sorted, the quicker you can move on. Remember, you are probably stronger than you think." Okay. So I said that it's something you're leaving behind. A lot of things keep pointing towards relationship in this. So this could be somebody who is going through a breakup, a divorce, a separation. It could also be other things, though, so I'm not strictly pigeonholing this to that. But this message did need to go out to somebody today, and I hope you received it, and I hope you realize, how soon everything is right around the corner for you. So thank you so much for being here in this pile. I hope this message resonated. And if it didn't, check out one of the other piles. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so this is the third pile. If you chose this one, intuition, then this is your reading. Okay, so we will get some messages from your guides or ancestors, whoever it is that you're calling upon here. So the first one we have is number 7, ground into the physical world. So it says paying attention to and managing the practical details of earthly life encourages mystical attunement. Create financial security, stabilize your work and living situations, or nail down any other aspects of earthly life within your control. This establishes a strong foundation for your psychic abilities. Stay on top of responsibilities and be pragmatic. Okay. So the more that you can stabilize your earthly life, the calmer, more grounded, and more centered you will feel. From this calm, grounded, centered place, it's much easier to access your psychic abilities and control them. Staying on top of the responsibilities of practical earthly life complements your mystical advancement. The higher up the psychic ladder you climb, the more you need to get your earthly foundation, living situation, finances, daily stress levels, etc., secured. Drawing this card might hint that getting your earthly house in order will better help you connect to the world of spirit. Some action steps you can take. Is there an earthly concern that's distracting you? Control what elements of the situation you can feel more relaxed and secure. If you've been procrastinating on a responsibility, this card is encouraging you to be more proactive about practical matters. When you have chaos in the practical side of your life, it can take up a huge amount of energy you could be using to develop your intuition. Create space for your sixth sense by creating orderly and healthy financial living and work situations. Ask for help and do the best you can. Any small improvement will make a big positive difference. Okay. So this sounds like somebody is looking to sharpen their intuition, because both of these cards go very well hand in hand. So I'm assuming that if you want to sharpen your intuition, they're basically saying make sure your household is stable, because that's the foundation to build on your intuition. So if you are letting things slide in your life, such as bills or responsibilities, that could also have an impact on your intuition. So just be careful with that. And I am now looking for there it is, intuition card. So the qualities for the card is perceptive, instinctive, discerning, insightful, and deep. The lunar power is the waxing phase. It is a clear symbol of shift and a newfound opportunity to create change. And that is exactly what his fundamental dream decoding ritual represents. It is up to you now to tap into your intuition when you decode your dream symbols and drink in the illumination of your always surprising night visions. So the ritual is A dream detective. Before going to bed, review your dream journal and the dream recall you had on waking or a previous dream. Use the technique of association for each symbol, but be aware that each dream impression represents something about you or your waking life. You are stepping into a hall of mirrors, for example. If your mother appears in your dream, you are dreaming about your own maternal instinct or the need to mother yourself. In the great majority of cases, your dream is all about you. Pay attention to your role in the dream. Were you observing or participating? The scenario or setting of your dream hints at its meaning. For example, if you were at school, what did you need to learn? If there is motion or are you in a vehicle, this is a symbol of your current progress in life and the direction you are heading in. Are you the driver or are you being driven? All other images in the dream also offer cues to the state of mind. Pay attention as to how you feel in the dream. You'll know when you have understood the meaning of your dream, as you will get a sudden aha moment of clarity. If that illumination doesn't come, ask your dreaming mind to give you more clarity the next time you dream. So I just want to pause there. When I do my dream journaling and dream interpretation, the way that the dream kind of dictionaries are set up is you can find the meaning in a particular object, let's say, or occurrence. So if you see a dog, you look up dog. Oh, dog means man's best friend, loyalty, stuff like that. But you have to relate it to your life. So if, again, your mother shows up with the dog, it's like, okay, well, maybe your mother is loyal to you and you were questioning that before. I mean, there's just so many ways you can interpret your dreams. But I use a dream dictionary online, and like I said, I journal them. And once I go through and pull out all the kind of main symbols of the dream, things that I could recall anyways, I also look at the color that they are. So sometimes, like, if there's 3 of something, that is significant. So after you've analyzed all the symbols separately, then it's on you to go back into the interpretation of all of it, put it together and say, how does this relate to me in my life? So just throwing that out there. So a nocturnal insight, your dreams don't make sense because they speak to you in a different language, and that is the language of symbols and associations, not the language of waking reality. Symbols, like puns and metaphors, have the potential to tell you much more than words. They are a way for your dreaming mind to express a great deal to you in succinctly as possible. Symbols are things that you associate with other things. For example, a white dove is a symbol of peace. However, the advantage of symbols is that they can have endless meanings and as well as universal or archetypal common associations. They can also have personal associations. For example, if a dog appears in a dream. Oh man, I love it when that happens. When a dog appears in a dream, it is a universal symbol of unconditional love and loyalty, but not for a person who fears dogs. So consider your own personal association first. In times past, our ancestors were very much at ease speaking the language of symbols and looking beneath the surface for deeper meanings. But in modern times, this natural ability has dimmed. Decoding your dreams is a potent way to ignite your intuition and move away from living life on a superficial level to something deeper and more meaningful. Intuition, also known as gut instinct or sixth sense, is profound insight about yourself and your life that comes to you. It is independent of logic and your conscious logical thought processes. Highly successful people often credit their hunches as the reason for their success. The more you open your mind to your intuition and trust in its power to guide and inspire your life when you are awake, the more strongly your dreams will speak to you and the easier it will be for you to decode their symbolic meaning. Dreams and intuition are 2 sides of the same coin. All right. I also said that too with the symbology. It very much matters what the symbol is. And I love that they referenced the dog in a dream and that I was even correct with the meaning of the dog. I've probably looked it up so many times now. Certain things kind of come and go. Dog is one that does appear in my dreams pretty frequently, and they're usually in groups of 3, which is why I said, the number of things. So What they're doing also makes a difference. Like this site that I go on, goes into 5 to 10 scenarios of what is the dog doing? Is the dog nice? Is the dog mean? Is it trying to attack you? Is it whatever, So, I mean, those all could have potential signs as well. But in the end, as I said before, it is your intuition that deciphers what the meaning of the dream is to you. So again, as it said, dogs usually do represent loyalty and unconditional love. However, if you are deathly afraid of dogs, that might be a different scenario for you. Again, you'd have to look at what the dog is doing in the dream. Is it attacking you? This could be just a repressed fear that you have shoved down, and your subconscious is probably trying to have you address it, so that you can get out of your fear of dogs. Okay, let's see what messages we have from Spirit. Never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. All right, I love that. These difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again. The birds will sing and the clouds will clear, and you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on. You are far stronger than you think. That's beautiful too. Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You are not what people think of you. Okay. So I'm gathering that this pile is for somebody who maybe has not developed their intuition yet. And they are in the process of learning how to do it, how to tap into it, how to listen to it, how to access it even. I mean, some people that is just a giant mystery. So what I'm gathering here is you might be in the process of cutting people out of your life, okay? Don't be taken for granted and don't see yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You're going through difficult times and this will pass. So what I'm seeing is that you have been taken for granted and you have been undervalued, and people who didn't know your worth. Okay. Maybe you had intuitive hits and you were taught growing up or even into adulthood to suppress that and not trust it. So you're just now kind of getting out of the energy of being in this, being taken for granted, not being valued, and seeing yourself through the eyes of others who don't value you. That is so unfortunate. So that would be low self-esteem, low worth, those kind of feelings. So what I'm gathering is that you have seen the light and you are now looking into how to sharpen your intuition. Again, tap into it, learn it, grow it. And with that, I commend you. Honestly, I think it is amazing when somebody wants to do this because there are so many people who ignore it. And I've talked to people like that, and it kind of saddens me. Now, I know that there are those who say they want it, and then they're given it, and it's overwhelming. It's too much. So it is in your best interest in this endeavor to do it slowly. Okay? If you go and fully open your third eye and you're seeing everything that you never saw before, ghosts and whatever else, that might scare the crap out of some people. Okay? You might not be ready for all that yet. Let's start slowly and going back and looking at decisions we previously made where maybe we had a gut instinct to do something or not to do something. And did we trust it? And did we not trust it? What was the turnout? Did I trust it and it turned out great? Oh, look, I trusted my intuition. End of story. It's that easy. Did my gut tell me not to go into that haunted house or something and I went in anyway and bad things happened? You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. So it is not hard for you to trust your intuition and your gut because it is constantly giving you signals. That nervous anxiety feeling, that's usually that something bad is lying ahead. All right. But if you're getting kind of a pull or a tug towards something, that's almost like a magnetic pull. That's your intuition telling you, hey, maybe I should go check out over there. And usually you're never wrong. Okay. Unless you're still gauging your intuition and maybe you thought that your intuition said to go over there, but it didn't work out. And maybe you learned something from that experience. So anyways, let's get an Art of War piece of advice for this pile. Okay, so we have this one. Sun Tzu said, "The highest form of generalship is to balk the enemy's plans. The next best is to prevent the junction of the enemy's forces. The next in order is to attack the enemy's army in the field. And the worst policy of all is to besiege walled cities. Prevention is better than the cure. We are all generals in our army of one. We are responsible for how we live and relate to others. As thwarting an enemy's plans is better than laying siege to their city. So looking after your health is better than waiting until you get sick, and managing your budget is better than falling into debt. Be responsible for yourself and for others." Okay. I think that's wonderful because that also does go along with, again, the advice, because these could be your enemies. You may have had them as friends or family members or whatever they are, romantic partners, even siblings, and you thought they were on your team. But as it turns out, they've been whispering your ear all this time not to do something, or making you feel you've been taken for granted, or that you're not valued. So those are not friends, and it could be difficult to consider them your enemy. But once it gets to a point where we see our value and you put a boundary down, if they don't go with that boundary or respect it, they can become your enemy pretty easily, because maybe now you're not giving them something that you had always been giving them, and they expect that still. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But somebody is making huge strides, and like I said, I am here for this, and I'm proud of this pile. So great job, guys. I hope this resonated with you. And if it didn't, check out one of the other piles. There might be something in one of the other ones for you. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, this is the fourth pile. If you chose this one, this is Observe. This is your reading. So let's see what we have here. First one we have out is Adopt and Adapt Intuitive Rituals. Rituals are not necessary to access your intuition, but for some people, rituals may heighten, encourage, or focus intuition. Rituals can be as simple as lighting a candle, saying a prayer, placing your hand over your heart, ringing a bell, or sitting in a certain spot. Adapt the rituals of others. Oops. So the rituals of others, you think of like a monk, maybe yoga. Somebody does yoga. You've never tried it. You've always wanted to. All right. So as a professional intuitive who has done readings for thousands of clients all over the world, I can assure you that there's no special ritual required to access your intuition. However, you might have certain rituals that remind you it's time to quiet your mind, ground your focus, and tune in. Before I speak to a client, I go to my office, close the door, and sit down in a special spot on an oversized mustard-colored velvet cushion on the floor. The plush cushion is about 2 feet wide and over 5 feet long, and I call it my magic carpet. It's perfect for laying out oracle cards and organizing the notes I take while meditating on a client before our call. The only time I sit in that part of my office is when I'm giving a reading. So that in itself could be defined as an intuitive ritual. Rituals can be very simple, and they can also be fun. You can get powerful intuitive hits anytime, and the most powerful ones are the ones that come when you least expect it. Yet meditating, listening to nature sounds, lighting a candle, soaking in the tub, taking a walk, or sitting in a special spot might serve as a ritual, helping remind you that it's time to quiet your mind, ground your focus, and tune in with your sixth sense. Action steps you can take. Take note of any intuitive rituals you already have, which you may not even be aware of. Rituals may have started out as unintentionally and over time drawn their power and importance from habitual employment. Interestingly, the magic carpet I sit on during readings in my office was purchased as a daybed cushion for a spare bedroom, and after returning the daybed frame, I decided to keep the cushion. Many years ago, I was listening to a famous inspirational author answer live calls on their radio show. One particular caller that day was distraught and asked for advice. The author replied, "Hold on, I want to grab this little heart-shaped stone I have before I answer your question. Sometimes holding it helps me tune into a deeper wisdom." This little heart-shaped stone, the author explained, was nothing special in itself. It had simply become, over the years, a tactile reminder to quiet the mind, ground focus, and tune in. The author was not a famous psychic, and out of dozens of books, they never published one with the sixth sense as a theme. Yet they had a ritual to connect to their intuition. Pulling this card suggests you may benefit from having an intuitive ritual or two, just like this famous author. Try calling on your benevolent spirit force to anchor you, or saying a prayer as a ritual. Ask others about their intuitive rituals, or simply observe others' rituals to adopt and adapt. Begin a morning ritual where you draw an oracle card from a favorite deck and notice any intuitive hits throughout the day about how this card relates to your life. Okay. And then let's get over to observe. Okay. So the qualities of this card is listen, watch, take note, experience, and appreciate. The lunar power is during the dark and new moon phases, mirrors the liminal, not fully awake or sleep state. In that moon is both seen and unseen. It's the perfect time to watch and patiently wait for impressions to bubble to the surface and lead you gently towards the wildly wonderful mysteries the union of your conscious and unconscious mind can conjure up for you. So, the ritual you can do for liminal dream state awareness. During the day, ideally mid-afternoon, find somewhere where you can be alone and won't be disturbed. Set an alarm for 5, 10, or 15 minutes, depending on your schedule. Lie down and make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes, relax, breathe deeply, and focus your attention on the sounds going on within you, your heartbeat, and your breathing. Then switch to sounds happening by you, and finally the sounds that you can hear further in the distance. If you start to see images or lights dancing behind your eyes, simply notice them. If no images appear, observe any feelings or impressions that flow through you. When the alarm goes off, write down and appreciate whatever you saw or experienced. So, nocturnal insight. Liminal dreaming is not the same as lucid dreaming, which is being aware that you are dreaming when you are dreaming. In the liminal dream states, you are not asleep, but drifting on the edges of sleep, in and out of consciousness. It happens just before you fall asleep and can offer a wealth of insight once you become more aware of its brainstorming potential. The technical term for this twilight or skimming on the surface of sleep state is hypnagogia, which roughly translates to heading for hypnos, the Greek god of sleep. Its counterpart, which we experience just before waking, is called hypnopompia, meaning heading away from hypnos, but this state is less conducive to creativity. You enter the hypnagogic state for a few minutes just before falling into regular sleep. It's not like dreaming. Where there is often a story or a theme, it is simply an egoless state when you can experience all kinds of random images, lights, colors, on occasion sounds. It's a prelude to dreaming, and what you observe and experience at this time can be a revelation. Indeed, hypnagogia is a creativity hack used by great minds like Thomas Edison. The artist Salvador Dali would famously sit in his chair with a key in his hand. He would let the hand holding the key hang by his side so that when he nodded off and he went limp, it would fall to the floor and wake him up. Dali then immediately sketched whatever remarkable image he had witnessed in his waking dream. Watching, waiting, and noticing what you experience without judgment and resisting the urge to influence or interpret it is an instantly accessible way not to just to tap into your hidden depths of liminal dreaming, but also to reap the proven holistic healing benefits of regular meditation. All right, that's beautiful too. So what I'm gathering with that is if you don't meditate, doing the sleep situation would also kind of take the place of meditation. I guess that's up to you. Some people don't meditate for whatever reason. I've heard lots of reasons why people don't do it. Their back hurts, or I can't calm my mind down enough, whatever the reasons are. So this may be an alternative to that for you. All right, let's get into messages from Spirit. Make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. Okay, that's very nice. Self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. Okay. Very nice. Let's get an Art of War message for you, and we'll close this reading out for you. Okay. Sun Tzu said, "We shall be unable to turn natural advantage to account unless we make use of local guides. Use the knowledge of others. Don't always think that you have to go it alone. You don't have all the answers or all the information all of the time. If you know someone with skills and knowledge that you don't have, ask them for advice or help. They will almost always be happy to share what they know with you." Okay. So we're observing and we're adopting and adapting intuitive rituals. We are trusting our guides and asking them to help us. Yep. And then this is making time to meditate. And just know that growth happens. You came here to grow and evolve. So I don't know if somebody is going through a difficult time, but it does say that you might. And that's okay. But today is your new beginning. There it is. All right. That is the message that I have for you in this pile. I do hope it resonated with you. If it didn't, check out one of my other piles. I also have lots of other readings out there. Maybe something out there will call out to you. So thank you so much for coming. Again, very grateful to have you here. And I do wish you the best. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.